Right, chaps, I did say that I was going to start a new project in April. Not quite sure whether it's going to be April, maybe a bit later, but basically this is the plan. Under here, you just pick it up. I had one of these when I was 23, and I bought it off a good mate, as I've said in an earlier video. It's a 1974 Kawasaki Z1A. Don't think there's that many around now. There's quite a few Bs and there's quite a few Z1s in actual fact. But this colour scheme is becoming quite rare. The plan. What is the plan? Well, let's just sit down and talk about that. That engine there is not the original engine to this frame. A friend of mine who was a dispatcher years ago, he joined Kawasaki Bristol, and he was now manager of Kawasaki Bristol. And we checked it out, and unfortunately, the frame number, as I said, is not original to the engine, which does knock the value a little bit. However, the project is this engine comes out, and if you follow me, let's go and get me keys. See if I can get me keys. I think the keys are down there actually. Let's go and have a nose. Yeah, they are. Yeah, as I said, that engine comes out, and in here, which was one I built about 3 years ago. Sorry, rebuilt about 3 years ago. Let's get old Anthony Atco out of the way. Come on, Anthony, off you go. This old boy. If you can see that, but I rebuilt that one probably about 2 or 3 years ago. It was all oiled up, all the exhausts and inlet valves, they're all plugged, so there's no danger of it having any problems. I will check it out, obviously. I will check it out before we put it in the bike. But I'm pretty sure everything's tickety-boo. We'll look down the bores with a borescope and see what we can find. But the project is this little chap. Maybe that gives you a better view. That'll give you a better view there. This little chap is going to be the one that's going to go in Zebedee. And hopefully that project will start maybe late April, early May. We'll see how we go. It's not definite. I mean, I've got a lot to think about, and there's a lot going on because we've only been here a year. But hopefully that may happen round about that time. You can come back now, Anthony. There you go. Anthony's sick. He's got to have his cylinder sharpened. So I've taken that out and put new bearings in them. We're doing a bit of a front end overhaul on poor old Anthony. Yeah, Anthony Atco. Right, so that's that bit. What will happen then, I'm going to shut up this shop here actually. Let's go back in the garage, in the main part of the workshop. What will happen then is that the engine that you see in the bike there, which will be the second part of the project, which will be phase 2, and phase 2 will be the complete strip down of this engine. And when I say strip down, I mean a strip down. We're going to check all the limits and fits on just about everything, from the lay shaft to the crankshaft to the dog teeth, the gearbox, the bearings, the whole shebang. Quite looking forward to it. I know these engines fairly well. I've worked on quite a few over the years, and as I said, I had one when I was 23. Now, how many years ago was that? That's got to be 40 years ago. Well, that's terrible, isn't it? 40, yeah, around about that. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, the plan is to do a complete strip down on this motor. I think it's a pretty good motor, but there's been some monkeys in the past, I think, that may have tried to drill out some of the cam cover threads, and instead of putting a jig on it or getting it done professionally where it's on a pillar drill so that the helicoil goes in exactly where you want it, or indeed even drilled out exactly where you want it. It's gone a bit skew-if, which is that's not good. It's not good. What it really wants is welding and then lining up and drilling and tapping with a proper 10mm bolt, and I think there's a 6mm thread on the 10mm bolt. So that's the plan. That's the plan. It's not absolutely certain, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, this is Gary at Gary's Practical Workshop. If you like what you see on the channel so far with the 1100 Kawasaki, there he is over there in his full gleaming brand spanking new rebuilt engine. If you like what you see, please do click. It helps the channel. And if you have got any ideas, any comments, anything you want to ask, I'd be only too happy to try and help. Been messing about with these bikes for quite a few years, had a long break, and I've come back into it as an old geezer. But yeah, it's funny how you go full circle in life, isn't it? So there we are. So I'll say cheerio for now, and I'll speak to you. Well, I'll speak to you when I start the project, I expect. Oh, don't forget to look at the last one of poor old Jaffer. Jaffer's back up and running now. He's rocking and rolling, as you might have seen in the last video. So hopefully it'll be reliable for cutting the grass for this season. And we'll get stuck into Zebedee here, Zebedee the Z1. Probably, as I said, around about the end of April. We'll see how we go. Bye for now.